expert now.
So you taught on Zoom, right? Or was it on?
Well, in Pranashan.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't like so much.
Yeah. All right, so let's start. Let's just do warm up. So we're just going to take the wheel into the left arm. And then just let sit in the shoulder and just press it, like push the wheel into the shoulder and just push it against the neck. And then just lean towards the right. So push until you feel stretch in the neck. And then come back, wheel the wheel right out to the wrist if you can, and just hold it level. By the way, how much time do you have anyways?
An hour, okay?
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right. And then bring the wheel over, the hand to the wheel, bring it up, and then push it behind the head. Drop the shoulders. And then hinge forward and lean forward without lifting the seat up off the ground if you can. So stretch forward, lengthen the back, the ears just alongside the arms. Push the navel into the front of the spine. And come up. And then just push the wheel into the right shoulder. And again, just push the wheel against the right side of the head and down into the shoulder at the same time. Just really try to get into the neck. Just increase the stretch along the right side of the body. You come back, allow the wheel to go all the way up to the wrist. Hold the arms level. And then bring the hand over to the other side of the wheel, bring it up over the head. Again, drop the shoulders as you bring the wheel back behind the head. And bring the wheel up and in front. Again, try to keep your arms and your body in the same line. So lifting the seat up off the ground, push the navel into front of the spine, engage your core. And coming back up. Okay, now take the wheel into your right hand, and then we're just going to take it down the back. So just hold the outside edge of the wheel, and then just hook your thumb on the inside of the wheel, and then just pull it down the back. It's like Sukha Gomukhasana. Just keep pulling it down, tugging it down the back, center of the back until it comes towards the seat, and push the right elbow all the way back as far as you can. And straighten out the left arm if you can. So the wheel comes further down the back. That's the idea. And here, twist to the left. Keep pushing the wheel against the center of the back. Come back, twist to the right. And from here, release, push the wheel up a little bit higher so you can take it in your left hand and then just change. So the right hand comes down, holding the bottom edge of the wheel. And just again, maybe bring your hand to, like, you don't have to hold underneath the wheel, so just hold it so that the thumb is just on the outside and just pull the wheel down the back. Push the left elbow up higher and further back, and keep pulling on the wheel until it comes further down towards the seat. Push into the back of the heart. And from Here, lift up the chest, turn to the right. You come back to the center, go to the left. And then from here, release. Okay, so take the wheel out in front. Just open up the knees like you do in Balasana. And then from here, push the wheel into the body to start. Inhale, lift the chest, bring head back. Exhale, wheel the wheel forward. All the way forward until the chest comes down, the forehead comes down. And keep pushing the wheel away from you as you keep your seat rooted. And then tuck your chin in, roll back, round your back as you wheel the wheel forward and towards you. Again, push into the belly, bring the head all the way back, shoulders back. Again, push the wheel forward. And lengthen. Forehead down, the seat stays on the heels. Push a little bit further forward if you can. And then tuck the chin in and wheel the wheel forward, back towards the body. Okay, so from here, place the wheel, push it with your wrists, and then push against the sides of the wheel. So descend the shoulders down and just you working the wrists here. Push hard with the heels of the palms. And from here, we're going to reverse. So take the backs of the hands, just place in your lap for a moment, and push the wrists, and then try to lift it up and just press with the backs, the fingers, and bend the wrists back. Good. And then here, release. Good. Shake out the wrists a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to roll on the front of the front of the body on the wheel. So just roll forward. And then just stay until bring the wheel so it's sort of underneath your belly. So it's just like between the breastbone and like the top of the hips. And then just raise the legs up, sort of like you're doing like Shalabhasana. Bring fingertips out a little bit further. That's it. Now bend the left leg up. Take your left hand back. See if you can take hold of the foot. Push the foot into the hand. Sink your belly into the wheel, the edges of the body. And then change sides. So engage the legs. Pull the right foot up and push the foot back into the hand away from the body. Good, release. Here, so the trick here is to just try to imagine the side of your body just kind of sinking, the wheel sinking into the body. And you just try to lift your chest a little bit, bring your fingertips out and balance on the wheel. So eventually you raise your arms up. That's the idea. You have to soften the belly a little bit and just have to find a sweet spot where you can find a balance. That's it. Let's engage your buttocks and your upper back. Yeah, it's not easy.
No.
Okay, so don't worry, that's not good. Okay, so now we're going to bring, it's easy if you have your skin
Okay.
on the wheel. So bring your right shin on the wheel and extend your left leg back.
Kind of low or a little bit
Sort of
close to
like
the knee.
closer, yeah. Again, this is like sort of just playing with where you can find the balance. And just here, tiger pose. So raise your left leg up and then bring the knee in towards the nose, round your back. Again, raise the left leg up and then forward into the nose, round the back. One more time. Reach up and into the nose. And from here, extend your left leg straight back and see if you can. So here you might have to move a little bit closer to the middle of the shin and see if you can raise from here. Yeah, I think it's easier if you move more towards the middle of the shin.
Middle of the shin, okay.
Yeah. Try once more on this
Yeah,
side.
exactly.
You're right. It's kind of more easy. Yeah.
Okay.
And try it on the other leg now. One side tends to be easier than the other sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, exactly.
So bring your left knee onto the wheel and start again just with tiger pose. Raise your right leg up, arch the back, and then round the back, pull the knee in towards the nose. And again, nice graceful movements. In. And last time. And in towards the nose. And now extend the leg back. Let's see if you can take your left arm out.
Yeah, and I believe the right hand should be kind of more in the
A
center.
little, yeah, and a little bit in front of the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And flex
front
the
of the
foot,
shoulder, okay.
yeah.
And flex the foot.
Yeah, flex foot that's of the leg that's on the wheel. Really engage.
Yeah. It's so incredible how many things
Yeah,
you can do with a wheel, and
it's true.
it's true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Later we're gonna talk. I'm gonna.
So do it this. Okay, so this I'm gonna give you something to protect your hands. So basically, it's like Titivasana.
Okay.
It's just
okay.
okay. So we're just going to lean here and
Uh-huh.
sit on your arms.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It seems like it's easy, but not. Okay, thank you.
That's it. There you go. That's good. So you just have to bring your chest forward.
Forward.
But you had it. Like, I mean, you had it. So
Okay.
you just have to
Okay.
lift your seat up a little bit more and bring your chest as far forward as possible.
And
And have your legs a little bit closer to your shoulders as well.
exactly.
Yeah, hug your legs against your shoulders.
Much better.
Yeah,
Good.
down.
Excellent.
So this is the next one.
Uh-huh.
You place your wheel like this, and then here you're pushing your hands into the wheel. Try to do that. So you have to push your arms against the inner thighs,
Uh-huh.
and then see if you can come up.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, because of the balance. And the same, right? Like the
Yeah, so
forearm.
press the wrist, like really push them against the
Uh-huh.
thigh. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's not, you're not, yeah, your legs are a little bit,
So, but the wrist. Oh, okay, the wrist, not the forearms.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the idea. That's the idea, you can,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. And just play, you can play the position of the hands, like I find it closer to have your hands a little bit closer than further apart.
Okay, good.
Closer to the top. Yeah.
Okay, like,
And just keep
ah,
keep your arms straighter.
arm straight, okay. Maybe here, okay.
Okay,
So-
so let's see, yeah, so that's, it's like when you're on the ground doing it, in order to do it, you have to really push, lean forward and press your legs against the arms, and then you lift your seat. It's the same pose.
Okay, but this is Titibasana as well?
It's not really Titibasana,
No, it's
it's
a
more like,
variation?
it's like a Bhavishta
Okay.
Konasana.
Okay.
So it's more like that. So you're not,
exactly, I know.
your legs are not on top of your arms. They're
That's
kind of
correct.
pressing against the inner for this, like this part of your arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Try one more time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Flex your feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Good
exercise practice.
Exactly.
Okay. So this one is a balance pose. So you're gonna place the left foot on the wheel. So I find it helps to really push the front of the foot into the wheel, lean forward, and bring your other foot flat on the wheel. Then you have to kind of come back and you have to see if you can find a balance. So try to take your hands to the other side.
Okay.
Okay, so
Left feet here. Foot here.
so more towards the foot, the ankle.
Exactly, the ankle.
And place the other foot on the wheel and just push the toes into the wheel and then just see if you can come up eventually. So yeah. Okay, the thing I find is if you turn your foot a little bit so it's not completely straight, if you turn it and angle a little bit,
okay.
you have a little bit more surface area, right?
Yeah, you have more space for the other
And
foot.
then you roll back and then, okay.
Or like diagonal line.
A little bit, yeah, yes,
here.
exactly.
Kind of like this, okay.
Yeah. And the top of the ankle, like this part of the foot
Aha.
pressing into the.
How do you, it's the instep, right? How do you
Yeah,
do
the
that?
instep. That's
The
the
instep,
instep, yeah.
okay. When I was learning, I said, how do you say this? Okay, yeah, more stability.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And try to have like so your knee that's up, try to have a little bit more over the foot, like not so forward.
Okay.
And then you might be able to straighten up a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, so try it
Okay,
with the other side.
on
The other
yes,
side.
exactly. Who invented this wheel? I adore this wheel.
Dharma Mitra.
Dharma?
Yeah, this is his invention.
Oh my god, but this, I adore this thing.
I know it's fun.
It's fun, and you know what? In the afternoons when I'm kind of stressed, I just put music and start kind of dancing over it.
Yeah, no, it's
so
really.
good. Okay, now.
Just make sure the heel's down, the foot, left foot is flat on the mat, on the wheel.
Yeah, that's the support.
Yeah, so going a little bit too far back now.
Too far. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So I didn't know he invented it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
So this is a strengthening exercise. Now, I like for beginner students, I tell them it's like you can always also do it against the wall, like
Uh-huh.
this. But the idea here is to do like so you start in plank position, and then from here you move your left hand across, so the heel of the palm. You're grabbing edge of the wheel with your finger, your baby finger, and your thumb. Turn into Vasisthasana. So the right foot is on top of the left.
It's right on top, okay.
Yeah. So in the weights, yeah, make sure you're on the mat because you like the
Yeah, exactly, okay.
and just lift your hips. So also I find it helpful if you grab
From the outside.
the outside with your that's it, push your hips forward. So eventually you might be able to bring your right knee up.
No. And it's just exactly to control first the wheel.
Yeah. And then to switch sides, so this is
Uh-huh.
the hard part here. You turn on balls your feet, you fork your hand in behind.
Okay, and
And then you push into the wheel hard and you're on the other side.
okay, let me try. It's gonna be tough.
Good wrist strengthener.
Yeah. And an arm, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to collapse into the shoulder.
You just extend the right.
That's
Let me
okay.
practice this way first.
So one way to get into it is just from the modified and then just
okay, let
shuffle
me try
forward.
that one first, yes.
It's a little bit easier, I think, to get into it. Just
No.
push
Yeah.
off. So I'll do it in front of you. So from here, you just push into the wheel and then
You want to like rotate the knee.
so your foot comes in behind the other one. Like that. So from here, you lift your hips and just
Okay. And what about if I started like this?
Yeah.
With the right knee in the front. I need to grab this first.
Yeah.
And then.
That's the idea.
Okay.
So make sure when you the hands should never be closer than like the shoulder should never be further away from your head than the hand. The hand should be in front of the shoulder instead of behind. So further away from your body as opposed to closer.
Okay.
So because here sometimes you tend like not you, but sometimes people tend to drop into the shoulder. You want if you have your hand a little bit further away, you have a little bit more strength. You can really push with the heel of the palm and then roots your fingers into the wheel.
Okay, so the palm.
And this will help to keep the wheel stabilized.
Yeah, because
So
that's
it's
the thing, it's moving.
Yeah, so if you really push the heel of the palm really into the ground, it's pretty strong, it's not moving, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it on the other
The
side,
other side,
to
yes.
give yourself a little bit of a break.
The problem with this hand, and I'm having issues because I got a bone thing here.
So make sure you
So,
don't
yeah.
overdo it.
It's kind of, sometimes it started some pain, but okay.
That's the idea. That's it. And again,
And then,
don't be afraid to you can push it against the wall
okay.
like that.
So
Okay,
first, exactly, to gain more.
gain the
Oh, let me try here.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
becomes a lot more accessible. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. See the other side?
So a lot of people have wrist issues and this and that, you know.
No, but at least to gain like more,
Exactly.
let's say, confidence, and then
you can do it.
and let me see if I can do the variation. Of course, because the wall will hold the wheel.
Yeah.
Without the wall, you will move forward, roll forward.
Exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
So now we're gonna take the wheel and just roll on our side a little bit. So just, I'll do it this way so you can see,
Sure,
the camera can see me. So have like the right leg over the left
Mhm.
and just have the wheel sitting right against the hip. And from here you can do a nice stretch, so you can just bring your left hand, just really push the wheel against the side of the body and reach the right arm up. And try to bring the right side of the seat back down. Good. If you want, you can actually, we'll do this in a minute. And then from here, you just kind of roll all along the edge of the side edge, all the way from the armpit right to the bottom of the hip. And from here, we're going to come down onto the forearm and then see if you can take the right arm overhead and pull the wrist towards the ground. Keep pushing your side into the mat and then bring the right foot behind you. And then get stretch like this.
Awesome. So good.
Mhm. And if you keep pushing the wheel into the side of the body, you can take the right leg up. If you have flexibility, hold the heel from behind and bring the leg over your head. And release.
Nice and gentle.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't all have to be like, your like, power.
When I were doing your classes in Bank Street, I always remember you saying nice and kind and gentle and pa. Okay, the other side.
And push the left side. So seat down and just reach over with the left arm. Yeah, you can use the wheel to get into all areas of the body. It's really nice.
Oh, incredible.
And from here, just start to push with your feet and just roll the wheel along the side body. And then place your forearm on the ground. Reach over with your left hand and take hold of the wrist with the right hand. Keep your left leg in place and just bring the left foot to the other side. If you can get your foot flat on the ground, even better. You can turn your chest up. And from here, see if you can take your left heel from behind and stretch your leg up over the head. And down. Okay, release. All right, so now we're going to use the back a little bit and the shoulders. So just come to the front and then just place the wheel just behind the center of the back and just, of course you probably know this one, right?
My favorite.
Yeah, just crack out the whole back. Okay, then just come all the way back until your shoulders find the ground. Take hold of the wheel, the far end of the wheel. Bring both legs up. Good. Extend the legs over your head like you're doing halasana. Bring your feet all the way to the ground. Keep pushing the wheel against your upper back. Now bring the right foot down and see if you can find the wheel with your foot. If you can find the wheel, just place your foot flat and hold it in place with your hands. That's it. And from here, keep pulling the left leg towards, behind your head towards the ground. If you can get the foot right on the ground. Another thing you can do this stretch, which is nice, or you can bring the foot across your right thigh and press the knee down. Okay, so you're using your foot to push against the knee, and you can just slide your foot that's on the wheel a little bit further towards the ground if you like to. Open up the hips a little bit. And switch sides. So bring your left foot onto the wheel, hold it in place, and then the right leg goes over the head. And then bend the knee, bring the foot across the left thigh and push the knee more towards the right. So try to get it flat. From here, you can try to find your way into lotus, if you have a lotus.
Mm-hmm.
And to the other side. Good. And then you can eventually,
Beautiful, okay.
you can take all the edges of the wheel, the mat actually,
Okay.
and pull your knees all the way down to the ground. And then you can bring your hands down to the ground. You can even eventually, you can see if you can press into your hands and lift your back up off the mat. This is like Padma Urdhva
And then do it in
Kapotasana. And then Kapotasana, yeah, which your legs are flat on the ground. Yeah, that's it. So for that version, bring your wheel closer to your knees, back to your knees, reach around, and your wrists are just beside your neck, right behind, underneath the ears. And then you can just open up your fingers and hold the edge of the wheel, and then see if you can pull your elbows right down, and then your feet might be right beside it, eventually at some point. And you just hold the toes eventually if you can as well. Nice. Okay, so coming back up. Okay, let's do a few hamstring stretches. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's not all the time. All right, so from here, I'm gonna start off with like Kranchasana. So bring your left leg onto the wheel and fold the right leg back.
Okay.
And just push the wheel close to the seat as possible. And then that's it. Now you're pretty flexible, so this probably isn't doing too much for you. But so what you would do next is you would place a foot in the inside of the wheel and hold the wheel and the toes at the same time. And see if you can lift up the wheel and then just hook it, bring your head inside the wheel as well. And then your forehead will be right against the leg. come back from here. Let's see. Okay, so you place your wheel back onto the ground here. And you can do compass pose from here. So you can bring your left arm in front.
Beautiful, okay.
And then just, you can actually come a little bit away. So you can bring your foot a little bit, it's sort of a compass, so.
To the cup. Okay, variation, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you can keep your hand in front of the wheel, or you can reach across and push your hand against the right thigh, or even bring it underneath the thigh and hold your ankle from behind. So open up your legs a little bit more, and then you can hold it like this.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, okay. This is beautiful. It's close.
Just push with the back of the shoulder. That's it. And see if you can get a nice stretch to the right side of the body. Open up your chest towards the sky. And from here, you can come into Visvamitrasana. So you come up off your knee.
Yes.
You can either do it from this way like this.
Yeah, I know.
Or you can take your foot and then come up like that.
I'm gonna try the full.
Yeah, we'll go a little bit more forward
Yeah.
so that.
It's funny because we feel a little bit clumsy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like a playground. I always said, let's do
Oh,
this
for
like a
sure.
playground.
That's the idea.
It's
You
actually,
sink your hip a little bit, okay? So something
Okay.
like that.
okay. Just can you work in the signal so that tell me the truth.
You're doing good.
That's your other part-time job.
That's the idea. Good. Come back down.
Okay.
Good. And from here, you're pretty flexible, so you can work on Hanumanasana too, right? So you wheel the wheel. If you're more flexible, you wheel more towards the heel sitting on top of the wheel.
Yes, exactly, okay.
And you just try to sink your hips right down. That's the idea. And then hands alongside the hips, and just try to lift your shoulders up over your hips. Now this one's another nice one actually. Press into your hands. You can even do sort of like a pigeon pose sort of on the wheel. So you bring your heel in and you rest your shin,
Beautiful.
and then you can do this one.
Wow, that's new for me, okay. So the wheel will be,
Just,
yeah, and yeah, the half will be kind of.
yeah, so again, diagonal line.
Yeah.
And just allow your hips to sink down. You can twist if you like. Right hand to the left knee and left hand to the outside of the right leg. That's it. And come back, and then to the other side. So starting off with Konchasana. Foot beside your left hip. And just start easy.
Yeah, first.
This is pretty easy, so it's the next one. We push the foot in the inside of the wheel, lift the wheel up, and then Steve can push. Bring your head to the inside of the wheel. And release. Okay, so now the compass pose, so open up your stance a little bit. The other wheel a little bit out.
I'll compass right here.
Just keep tugging on the ankle. Front, and then open up the chest to the sky. From here, Visvamitrasana. So come up off the knee. Right hand is in front of the wheel a little bit, and then just turn your foot flat and then reach over for the toes. That's the idea.
Me first.
The stretch is so good. And then just turn forward and Hanumanasana. Now see if you can move your hands back alongside hips and bring your shoulders up over the hips. Come a little bit more upright. And lean forward again, press into your fingertips, wheel the wheel back. Pigeon. Twist if you like. And release. Place your hands on either side of the wheel. And this is King Cobra. So you press the wheel against the body. I'm gonna go forward a little bit. Okay, you place your hands on front of the wheel and then just allow your hips to slip all the way down. That's it, just push your hands into the wheel. That's it, you place your hands through it, that's it, good. And just keep pushing it into the wheel forward as you bring your head back. And then you can bend your knees up. Maybe.
But the hips stays on the floor. Okay. I mean
The hips are a little bit up off the ground.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes. So yeah.
Okay.
That's it. If you bring the wheel a little bit closer and get a little bit more height, you might come closer. That's it. Good. So really imagine you're squeezing socks into your knees, the backs of your knees. That's it. Now what you want to try to do is straighten your arms a little bit to get more height. So lower your arm and then just push into the wheel
again, just say like
Yeah.
push the okay here.
That's the idea. And you put your hands on the wheel. That's it. And as you're pushing into the wheel, just try to imagine you're just trying to pull your body up, your chest up as high as you can. That's the idea. Good. And down.
Oh.
So just go forward again, child's pose. It's another way to approach that, and this works towards going towards Shanavasana. You can come forward, come right down onto your shoulders, and from here, take hold of the wheel. Actually, I might have the wheel a little bit closer. And then
I'm doing okay. I need to, okay, this is one.
yeah, try to bring your shoulders right onto the ground.
That's the second.
Yeah, and then you can hold the wheel like
It's
from behind.
but
I mean, that's still a good way to do it. like,
no,
I
but
mean,
I know where you, the one
Yeah.
you're doing is harder. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So shoulders on the floor.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. Okay.
there you go. And then bring your, that's it. And once you get your hips even up off the wheel, you just keep pushing, like pull your hips forward so that away from the wheel, so you can push the wheel in closer. And then your feet will come, they're pretty close to your head.
Yeah, I know. It's in the show. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Good, so if you
Okay.
bring the wheel a little bit closer still,
Uh-huh.
you should probably be able to get your feet right to your head. Yeah?
Okay.
So it's a nice, it's
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
So happy.
Okay, so let me see. Let's do, okay, forearm balance. There's a few different ways to get into this. You can again use a wall if you want to.
Okay.
If you have a good forearm balance though.
No,
Okay.
no.
So you can just bring the wheel against the wall like this.
Okay.
Hold on to the wheel, come up. And then you just work
Like
it
a
this
cobra,
way.
right?
Yeah.
Finding scorpion. Okay.
You push the forehead against the wheel, walk your feet down until you find the top of the wheel. And then you move your feet in front of the wheel and you can bring your feet right to your head. Okay, but you walk your way down the wheel. The wall, I mean.
Sure. Okay. I really like the one we did before. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So forearms here.
Yeah. So I like to have like my thumb on the ground, my index, my thumb pressing to the front of the wheel, my index, my baby finger on the ground, and the other 3 fingers holding the inside of the wheel.
Oh, okay. Like this.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Let me try first with headstanding.
Yeah. So your foot's pretty much on the wheel there.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, push into your arms and lift your head up. There you go.
Yeah, I'm touching the wheel.
Yeah, totally.
So, but the next, let's say, step will be touching the head, right? With
Yeah.
the feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another way to do it, some people find it easier, some people find it harder. Depends on the shape of your body, I think, and how long your legs are. But you can start from here, and then you bring your hands to the wheel and you come down on your forearms first. And then from here, you lift your back up off the wheel, and then you have to push the wheel a little
And
bit
then
away.
the wheel will
And
help
bring-
you to go
yeah.
back.
And you just keep on
Okay.
pushing the wheel forward with your foot.
Got it.
And then you keep hanging on with really push your elbows down and the edges of your fingers, and you bring your foot, and then you would.
Oh, okay. So you don't go to pinch it, you just stay here. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's another way of getting into it. And it works for people who have pretty much the same proportion of torso to leg.
Okay.
It might work for you because you're flexible too.
Okay.
So you can try it that way
Let
too.
me try, but not sure. So starting from
Yeah,
here, right?
behind your back edge. Come on, flat on your feet so you can roll back.
Oh, flatten the feet. Okay.
So you just start here. You bring your arms overhead. And so you can hold the edges of the wheel.
But from the bottom, right? Okay.
Yeah. And then come all the way back until you're on your elbows.
No, I don't know if I can with this one. Okay, take it. Okay.
Okay.
Now.
And then from here, lift your feet are flat on the ground. Push your back up off the wheel, like you're doing like Chakrasana. That's it. And now bring your head forward as though you're trying to touch your forehead to the wheel.
Forehead to the wheel. Okay.
So it's the other way. So look towards your hands.
Look to the hands. Okay.
And then from here you bring.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, nice. Okay, like starting to put my feet over the wheel.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So you have to kind of push the wheel, use your foot to push the wheel away from your head. Okay, so if it's too close, it's going to be very hard to get your foot
I
to
know
the
what
wheel.
you're
So you have
saying.
to push it away, and your head is not on the wheel at this point, but you're still holding it with your fingers so that it's like a counterbalance, counterforce. Okay, so.
Gonna practice in the wall next time. I prefer to start there to allow my my spine, my back to kind of be more.
Yeah, so this is if this is good if you have a lot of back flexibility, spine flexibility. So, but it's an easier way to, in some ways, of getting into it because you less trying to like when you're trying to bring your feet down onto the wheel. Like from here, sometimes people are failing and it's hard to get the foot to the wheel, right? Like if you're starting from here, if you don't have a wall,
exactly,
it's sometimes where's my foot, can't find the wheel, right?
Yeah, okay, got it.
And like you can find it, but it's not always quite as easy. Okay,
good. Okay, I will try.
Yeah, the wall is a good way to do it.
Okay.
All right, so let's just again, let's bring our feet onto the wheel. Just like this, Tadasana. Just allow your knees to just open up. Kali Mudra with the hands. And then just cup your hands over the toes and just bring your forehead and allow the knees to fall away. And you can just push the wheel forward with your heels as well to get nice lengthening in the back, a stretch through the back. Until the belly comes pretty much between your legs. And come back. And just slip your legs through the wheel. So they're sitting sort of just between your knees and your seat. Right hand behind your back, left hand just straight through the wheel and just twist to the right. Just pull the wheel, like imagine you're trying to pull the wheel towards the left side. Can you reach around with your right hand if you want and take hold of the wheel if you can? That's it. And go to the other side. Turn your chest all the way to the left. You can take your hand. More flexible, you can even take your hand all the way through the wheel. And release. And then just line Shavasana just for a few moments. deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine you're fainting, let go of all effort, all fatigue. Just allow all the tension to just drop out of the body with each exhale. Just feel more of the effort, more of the tension and anything, restrictions, just dropping right out into the ground below. Imagine receiving everything you need to feel fulfilled, to feel complete and content. Whatever it may be, love, security, wellness, health, radiant health, confidence, family. Bring it all into yourself, into your being. Direct it all towards the spiritual heart located at the right side of the physical heart. This is a residing place of God, the highest self. When you direct it to God, it goes out to all beings, for God is a common thread that ties us all together. Just whenever you feel ready, you can come back up to seated. Just make the transition slow. Always moving with mindfulness and reverence. Let's just end with Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste.
Oh, so happy.
Thank
You
you
know
so
how much I appreciate this. Oh my God, I'm
happy
so
to do
grateful.
it.
Really,
Anytime.
really. No, I adore your classes, trust me.
Anytime you want to do this, I'm happy to. I love playing with the wheel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you know what, Justine, I was thinking, and I need to have time because all the things that is going on with the virus thing, to start like kind of creating not workshops or some type of classes with, let's say, beginners, but to use kind of sort some of music to create like choreographies and play together.
Cool. Yeah.
I believe it will be nice. I mean, a good idea in the sense that, okay, we need to get used to the wheel, right? To
Yeah.
the stability, it moves, okay. But at the first time, like just small motions, several times, like repetitions, so the body get more.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna and and of course it would be great to do it with you,
Mm.
to kind of, let's say, sell the idea to Pranashanti.
Mhm.
But I need to have time, and I think I need to this virus pass a little bit, because otherwise nobody want to touch the wheel, nobody wants to.
Yeah,
You
unless they
know,
get their own.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes
So,
it's driving me crazy because when was that? Like the other day, I was teaching outdoor in a
Mhm.
class, and I moved, but I didn't touch anybody, right? Like, no,
Mhm.
you need to stay on the mat. And I said, okay, but it's outdoor. Like, I'm not touching.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of
I
tough
know.
times, right?
Yeah, yeah. I started teaching outdoors too, and I just tend to like stay apart from them. But
Yeah.
yeah, but like yeah, it's no one seems to really care too much though, you know. But still like just to respect the distance and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still difficult though.
It's still difficult because, in my opinion, yoga, it's an approach. Like, how
Yeah.
can you help people to improve if you don't align them, if you don't help them,
Yeah.
right? I know it's hard because, especially some places that they don't like it, and it's true. I have to respect that. But in my experience, you need somebody to
Mhm.
help you with the right knee, or help
Yeah.
you with your shoulders. Anyhow. So, but
I think after time it will come back. But yeah,
Yeah.
for now, like you can still do quite a bit with verbal cues
Mm-hmm.
and like just allow them, like, you know, if you give them the right cue, then they do open up and you demonstrate for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, but some people are still afraid of that, even like, oh,
Yeah.
too close, you know.
Yeah,
so
too close.
whatever.
I found that like when I was teaching in Waterloo, I used to teach because of this university town. There were a lot of young people, and I
Yeah.
adore them because they like it, right? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like to be touched. They like to,
Yeah, of
improve.
course.
And the experience was amazing. It's another type of student.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Totally.
Pranashanti is more kind of old people.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're a little bit more reserved, I know.
Oh yeah, they're more reserved.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
shame. That's
It's
the
like,
issue.
wow, what can you do, right?
Exactly.
And like, yeah, it's been different definitely doing everything on Zoom and Facebook and everything. Facebook especially because you don't see anybody.
Oh, you can see?
No, because like
okay.
you're live streaming, so you don't.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, so it's just like you're teaching to an empty room, like, you know, like, and like people, you know,
other day-
you get no feedback. You can't see
You're right.
anybody, so it's
You know,
like,
the other day I was teaching in Pranashanti,
Yeah,
a
I'm
Zoom
just gonna-
class,
turn this off.
but it was nobody connect the camera.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
I know, yeah.
how can I know